Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. Goons, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Thank you for smoking the like. I appreciate it. If you're new around here, welcome to our channel. We like to do a lot of things around here that involve exploring and being weird and doing weird things. So if that is something you're all about and into, smoke that like button. You will enjoy your time here. And welcome to the Goon Gang. All right, let's get into it. More videos my wife has sent me and I review them. Yeah, this is basically what this channel has turned into. I promise there is going to be a change as well. We'll get some other content out there, but we are in a groove right now and we're going to iron this out. So let's do it together. All right, let's see what we got.
I have to give a disclaimer so this does not get taken down. This video was made strictly for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video should be considered factual. We simply point out patterns and things that we notice. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and say the whole damn video is scripted. All right, now that we satisfied the guidelines, let's get into it. Welcome to history class. My name is Katie and today I will be your teacher. But don't worry, I'm going to teach you about the true history of our world. You know, our hidden history. The history that they don't teach you about in the history books or in school. I bet a lot of you didn't know that you have gone your entire lives without seeing a real representation of our Earth in a map. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I am willing to guarantee that regardless of your age, you have lived up until this point without seeing an actual representation of the Earth that we live in, represented in any type of map. And that's because every map that the government gives us is either distorted or messed with. Yet there has been an actual map that has depicted an actual true image of the Earth that we all live on. And it has been directly above our heads for our entire lives. Only problem is all of us are too distracted with our phones to actually look up. This is the moon that we look at every day. Only thing is, it probably has never occurred to you that in order to understand the Earth that we live on, all you need to do is look at the moon. I will explain to you now what it is exactly that you are looking at and how come you don't see it. The surface image of the moon contains a map of the Earth. In fact, it seems to be the only true map that we have ever been given. It is mirrored, distorted, and stretched. However, it is beyond a shadow of a doubt a reflection of the map of the Earth, depicting all of the continents and their right size proportions. It takes a little while for you to adjust your mind to be able to see it, because you are trying to reprogram an entire life of indoctrination. But once you see it, it is...
Oh my God. I am seeing it. I am seeing it. That was very well overlaid. I'm just mind blown. I never thought of the moon potentially being the way the viewing or being the medium to view what the Earth looks like. So what is it, like a reflection of the Earth that you're viewing in the moon? Is that why it's always the same all the time? You never see the backside of the moon because you always see the same Earth reflection constantly. It just rotates in different circles. Dude, this is... Oh my God. Oh my God. See, what did I tell you about the exploring? I told you, you're gonna have fun around here. All right. Yeah, this one definitely entices me a little bit to consider.
What is this shit?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
I know.
Oh, man. From a living human body.
I know.
Finally. I never should have trusted you with this. Because of you, I had to banish my top scarer.
With this machine, we won't need scare.
Oh, I'm feeling good today.
Wait, what were they doing at the end with Walt Disney? I don't understand. Adrenochrome part with the Monster Inc. at the end, you had to laugh, and that's how they found the energy was better. Come on, wasn't the adrenochrome? Come on now, They were laughing at the end. It wasn't just the screamers, but the adrenochrome in general. Dude, did you see how many celebrities, literally the amount of celebrities that 20 years, 30 years go by and they still look like they're, you know, just the same 20, 30 years ago. You know, it's like, hey, did they even age? And what is that? Is that Botox? What causes you to stop aging? Because I thought it's like, hey, they pay for like all these crazy facelifts and whatnot, but they go, hey, it's the adrenochrome, Teddy. They're putting all this blood all over their skin. And we have even seen other TikTok videos where they have talked about blood from human foreskin used in face products, and you're like, dude, what the heck? How is this even, who even thought about this, you know? But it must be something that works if we see this much evidence. It can't just be all makeup, right? Though then again, we have seen some crazy makeup videos too, where like very elderly people turn into like young models from makeup alone. Oh man, this really makes me wonder. All right.
Now, how hard is it to deploy them? Not hard. They're not used every day. They're used enough to create a groundswell of conviction that there's an alien threat. So you take that capability, combine it with man-made UFOs, combine it with disinformation in general about the subject, and also certain chemicals, and you can launch an entire...
Step 1. The first step in the NASA Bluebeam project concerns the breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. We will see more and more hoax discoveries, where these new discoveries will finally explain to all people the error of all fundamental religious doctrines. The falsification of this information will be used to make all nations believe that the religious doctrines have been misunderstood for centuries.
That is not a normal, I mean, what is that? The top of a mushroom? You know what I'm saying? It simply looks like a glitch in the matrix. Project Bluebeam isn't working properly.
Holograms on a battlefield would be to divert the attention of the enemy, to deliver propaganda or
contagion of fear that's based on completely man-made false events.
Advanced technologies, you know, and all these talks about microchips. The military started doing a lot of research into sort of implanting chips in troops, and also, you know, sort of even like cyborg technology, you know, integrated into the troops as well.
Poisoning of the air and of the principal sources of food and water supply is already well advanced, and at first glance would seem promising in this respect. It constitutes a threat that can be dealt with only through social organization and political power.
Step 2. The second step is about creating a gigantic space light show with 3D holograms and sounds, laser projections of multiple holographic images. You'd think holograms are science fiction. Just Google 3D hologram on YouTube.
The UFO phenomenon, it has all the earmarks of the most successful, most sophisticated mind control operation in the history of the world, and you are ignoring it.
Step 3. The third step is a telepathic electronic two-way communication with extra low frequency, very low frequency, powerful waves which are able to reach everyone on Earth. Using H8ARP wave technology, ELF H8ARP waves can be directly projected into the brain, causing the brain to receive messages.
something very frightening to make the enemy run away. If you think that he will believe that what you're sending is really an angel, a devil, a UFO.
That very well possibly there's going to be an alien invasion. Mm-hmm. And the government knows it.
Right.
And consequently, they are trying to prepare the people.
Create the possibility in the minds of the people of the world that we are being threatened from some other species, from some other planet, and do it in a way that if anybody questions it, or challenged it, or wants to talk about it publicly, that they are ridiculed.
They wanted to see how the people will react if the people really thought that there was an alien invasion from another world. It was called War of the Worlds.
Step 4. Electronic universal supernatural manifestation designed to deceive will create the following illusion. make mankind believe an alien invasion is imminent. How are they going to project the images on the sky? This is your question. Then you have to get back to step 2, and research on 3D holograms.
Wow, there was a lot of steps involved there, but you know, we did follow it through, and most of it involves with the illusion of we're fighting against entity that is extraterrestrial, right? So, and that illusion is, you know, portrayed through holographic projectors is what they're saying. And, you know, they laid out the 4 steps. They even talked about frequencies, guys. And, you know, in a few videos ago, we learned something about frequencies where you could have involuntary movements if certain frequencies were hit in mice, and potentially if the right frequencies were emitted to human beings, could the same thing happen? And this video hits on, you know, the last part being, hey, frequencies to send messages to your brain and stuff. You go, wow, there is a lot of planning that needs to be done in order to make this happen. But the technology technically is emerging and going into that direction. So what we see appears to be very realistic, but you know, it is what's available to the everyday human being. Imagine what the governments have access to and how much better and capabilities they have versus what we see from the Fortune 500 companies here with their holographic projectors. But this is all known tech. You know, they throw out fog and then they use the laser projectors to project onto the fog, so it appears to be a 3D hologram. We've seen these in all countries, so it is definitely something that is very well plausible that if done correctly, I could see people getting tricked into believing that something was happening there. So yeah, quite interesting on this one. I like that. All right, let's keep it going.
DNA was altered around 200,000 years ago, and that's in the university's genetics books. That's not coming out of Billy Carson's book. That's the universities. They know that there was a artificial mutation done to the human genome 200,000 years ago to chromosome number 2. It was taken out, fused together, and 2 telomere caps was put on each end, which actually gave us a shortened lifespan. They're like biological buffer material. So every single time your cells divide and your DNA replicates, those buffers get smaller and smaller and smaller, and when they run out of buffer material, that's when your body starts the death process. And the maximum lifespan is 120 years that a person can live on average if we didn't have all the toxins and poisons and drugs. And so they found this at Harvard that this happens. Now, in the Sumerian tablets, it says man's years will be 120, that they genetically modified man, that we altered the life of man to reduce his years to 120.
Damn.
And guess how long ago that was? They said 200,000 years.
Wait, what the heck? This is so crazy because now we got like CRISPR and stuff, so we can even change genes. And you know, I'm hearing about like hybrid babies and designer babies. So when this guy talks about 200,000 years ago, even our own DNA or genetic makeup was changed, it makes you wonder, you know. It's like, hey, what was the reasoning and why did they limit to 120 years? Not complaining, but you know, at some point I would like to know what ends up happening with this world. I just want to know, where does it progress? And maybe I will get to know that, because technically we've seen other videos where we continue to live on even after death. So quite interesting indeed. So 120 years in order to awaken as a spiritual human being after death. Yeah, I guess. And not everyone makes it to 120 years, you know, but yeah. It'd be nice to hit triple digits. I wonder if I'll make it. You think I'm going to make it to 3 digits? Let's go. We're all going to make it. All the goons, we're all going up. We're all going to make it. We're all going to make it. In crypto, I have a saying, we're all going to make it back. We're going to make it back. All right, don't worry. We're all going to make it. We're all good goons.
One slow, steady breath. And as you slowly follow your breath and you contract those intrinsic muscles, as you follow your breath and you bring that breath all the way up to that pineal gland, and you hold your breath and you keep your attention on that pineal gland, that's your target. The act of contracting those muscles, along with the holding of your breath, would begin to push cerebral spinal fluid right up into your brain. And as you begin to hold your breath, you're pushing that cerebral spinal fluid right up against the crystals of the pineal gland and applying a mechanical stress. And then the mechanical stress begins to electrically activate. When those crystals become electrically activated, we are turning on the radio receiver in the brain.
Whoa, that is crazy. That is crazy. And really, if you truly break it down, what he said is just a breathing exercise, right? You know? And it makes me wonder, because, and by the way, I know the goon smoked the like button, but I'm just checking in with those lurkers there. Hey, pal, listen here. Listen here. Don't be that guy. Do the right thing. Smoke that like button. I did have a friend that smoked the like button a little too hard, and he had to wean himself off, and one of the things he had done was breathing exercises, and he did say that, yeah, Teddy, you should try it out too. Like, just doing persistent, like how you would smoke a like button, deep inhale, you hold it in, and then you let it go. Try to do that without the like button and just air, and you'll see that you do get the sense of like high that you would get if you were smoking the like button. So I was like, oh my god, really? Like, so I got to try this out, but I actually never ended up trying it out. But now after watching this video, I wonder if there is something involved that they are getting that feeling from just doing breathing exercises, Oh, wow. I like this one. I like this one a lot.
You guys ever heard about the Pyramid of the Sun in Bosnia?
No, I have not.
It's crazy. This archaeologist was looking at this mountain. It had perfectly 4 sides. And he's like, that kind of looks like a pyramid. And so he started doing excavations.
Yeah.
He found these giant stones perfectly stacked. In the middle of these blocks was geopolymer, which is like an ancient cement. This pyramid was built based off the carbon dating 35,000 years ago. The Great Pyramids, 7,000 years ago. This is where it gets really weird. He got shut down because Zahi Hawass, the lead Egyptologist, pleaded with the Bosnian government saying, don't let him look into this any further.
Weird.
And so the Bosnian government's like, you can't go dig up anymore. And the whole story just got swept under the rug. And then 50 archaeologists came out to observe it themselves. And they're like, this is a pyramid. If you get a satellite image of this place, there's 2 other mountains that have a pyramid shape to them. It's just so weird that every single culture had a giant pyramid.
Man, those pyramids must have had an alternate reason to be there, guys. Like, they had to have. Was there an energy source, and then obelisks used in order to transfer that energy source? There was free and available energy for everybody. Yeah, the weird part is the Egyptologist that stopped him from investigating further. What, he didn't want him to take away from the Egyptian pyramids? He's like, oh no, now everyone's gonna go to the oh my god, I forget where it was, Bosnian, wherever, pyramids instead. And even the pictures they showed in there, it appeared to be mountain-esque, pyramid shaped as well, even with the bird's eye view that we got to see from, I guess, a drone or something. But yeah, man, why do they do this? Why they always gotta silence everything when people just trying to explore, man? At least they can't silence us, right? Can't silence us. Damn it, YouTube, stop silencing me. Stop shadow banning me, man. We're trying to get our gang everywhere, and we're growing even without you. Even without the YouTube algorithm and the shadow banning, we continue to grow. All right, let's keep it going.
Take you back to the first Matrix movie, and the Morpheus character holds up a battery, and he says, the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world designed to turn humans into one of these, a battery. And that's when a massive understanding started to come to me from many different sources. These entities are feeding off human energy, but it's a particular type of human energy. This is mainstream science. Again, every time we feel emotion, every time we think, we're generating frequencies. And those frequencies, in terms of what the frequencies are, relate to the nature of the emotion and the nature of the thought. And scientists have worked out what these frequencies are for different emotions, right? And
is that like when you go into a room and you kind of feel like, oh, there's a
a bad energy in here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you go into an old house where there's been a lot of really bad things gone on, when the bad things are going on, the people involved in the bad things are giving off that vibe. And unless someone goes into that house and changes the frequency, they sit there vibrating. So you go into it and you think, oh, this, because you're picking the vibe up.
Yeah, I can totally agree with the frequency and picking up the vibes and knowing there's bad energy when you enter a potential place that has had a traumatic experience, right? I can relate to what this guy is saying, but it is definitely a very woke type mindset. You definitely have to have your vibes open, your chakras open, if you will, in order to help understand the energy field and feeling of those energies. But yeah, quite interesting, and nothing too crazy there. I'm okay with everything he said, actually.
There's a CIA document that came out. It's called the Adam and Eve story. It basically explains how the world is going to end. Has it been true? Well, it makes sense. They say the world is going to end because the poles, North and South Pole, they shift every 12,000 to 15,000 years. And once they shift, it causes a giant apocalypse, big earthquakes, giant tsunamis. Once the apocalypse happens, we go right back to the Stone Age. So according to this information, the first humans similar to us existed around 10,000 years ago. We were in year 2000. So that means that we're at the year 12,000 right now. And now we see global warming, earthquakes, and so on. What's also mind-blowing is that in the book, it says that we are the 6th civilization that came out of the apocalypse. And that would also explain a lot because the Sahara Desert used to be green and the Antarctica used to have forests. So are we just in a constant loop? That's the...
Oh man, I didn't even think we were in a constant loop. I thought we actually made it out and we're the 6th trial. No, we're going to try it the 6th time, and we're going to get it right this time, goons. We're going to get it right. We're well-informed goons. We're going to inform everyone and be like, yo, listen, this is what's really happening around here, and I just want you to know so that way you're not affected. Maybe we all got to stow away in Zuckerberg's Hawaii bunker there. Hawaii, Teddy, Hawaii. All right. I got you. We're going to find a bunker. We're going to be all right.
Tell it to you straight. I'm going to tell you the truth. Our darkest days are ahead of us, not behind us. And now's a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Wait, what? Oh my god. So this is horrible. I can't believe it, but yeah, I guess that was a warning message from the president himself. And only time will tell whether things are going to get better or worse, you know? What does he know? You know, I also recently saw him respond to someone at the New Year's party, and they asked him a question, and he was all over the place with it. And I'm like, bro, I wonder if it's not just memory loss, but he also has ADHD like me. You know, like I go all over the place. I can things are firing all the time. You know, so I don't know. Maybe he's just super ADHD'd out, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe things will get better, maybe they'll get worse. Only time will tell.
Guys, you're not going to believe this, but they say this map right here is the real map that the powers that be have been keeping from us. And they say it's 178 worlds on this map. Let's get a closer look at this. So they say that we are in the middle, and that's the ice wall, and these are the lands beyond the ice wall. Now let's look at some of the names of these lands. So here's some lands on one side of the ice wall. Atum, Atien, that's the name of the ocean up there at the top. Ocean of Nu. Now here's the east side of the ice wall. You have this ocean and these lands right here. And here are some more lands. As you see Isis, Osiris, and check this out, guys. Human colony. Now, this map is from this book called The Lands of Mars, 178 Worlds Under the Great Dome. You can get this book on Amazon. So, guys, please do your own research. Check this out, because I know this sounds crazy. Go check out the book, do your research. Peace, get woke, and keep rising.
Only one way to find out. We have to go exploring. We have to come up with a team. We're going to send them out. We're going to get them to break through the ice wall and see if there's truly other oceans and bodies of land past that ice wall. Only exploring is the only way to tell. We have seen other videos of people that have flown over the ice wall and have indicated that they had seen potential hollow earth or passageway into something greener and greater that wasn't just ice. So there's a reason they're keeping us out of there, Teddy. We need to know, and the only way is to go exploring. So I'm making a list. If you guys are down to sign up, let me know in the comments down below. We're gonna gear everyone up together. If you got friends that you think are gonna be good, be like, yo, I watched this video with Teddy and he's making a list. You should sign up. Go comment on this video. Oh boy, could you imagine? And what are we gonna do once everyone signs up? Like, whose boat are we gonna use? Oh man, this is gonna turn so real. It's gonna be like the Area 51 takeover. We're gonna plan it all and only one guy shows up, and I'm gonna be like, all right, it's me and you, buddy. All right, let's keep it going.
Dr. Bridle, a viral immunologist from the University of Guelph, has recently whistleblowed saying that SV40 was and is in the Schmovage vaccines. Epoch Times has recently published that Health Canada has also admitted that SV40 is and was in the Schmovage vaccines. Of course, the fact checkers have said it's totally false, and even if it was, it's totally safe. So let's have a look at what SV40 is and its history. SV40, also known as the simian virus, is from a primate. They often in the past used this virus in vaccines. They initially used it in the polio vaccine, but said it was completely safe and totally harmless to humans. However, they soon found out that many types of cancers were accelerated with people who had had SV40 in their vaccines. At some point in the 1960s, it's not entirely clear when, this SV40 was taken out of vaccines. It's quite a serious allegation for Pfizer to not have included that SV40 is in their vaccines, if in fact it is. And I'm much more likely to believe Dr. Bridle opposed to all the fact checkers because Dr. Bridle has been whistleblowing from the beginning. Dr. Bridle whistleblowed 2 years ago when the schmaxine rolled out, saying that it could cause heart issues such as myocarditis as well as enter the reproductive system.
Interesting. I will tell you that during COVID times, there was a lot of babies that were born, and some of those babies were born to schmaxinated individuals. I guess she's doing a TikTok or something, so she's got to censor herself in what she actually means. So use your big brain here to figure out what she's actually saying. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with SV40. I haven't done research on it, but it sounds like this Dr. Bridle or Brittle, whatever, whistleblower, however you pronounce his name, appears to be a source of truth for this person, and I'm not discounting what she believes or anything of that sort, but I definitely am intrigued to find out if Pfizer truly put in SV40 or not. I'm sure someone must have sued them by now, right? So is there any legitimacy to this? It's been It's been like 4 years. Can we get some truths out here? Are we all good? You all good? Yo, man, you good? Oh boy, Teddy, I did the schmaxine and now I'm all schmaxed out and I don't know how to schmaxine. Oh, I can't even schmack right. Oh boy, Teddy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh buddy, I'm praying for you, buddy. I'm praying. All right, we're good. Wait, what? Oh my god, what? All right, so if I understand this correctly, this started off with this picture, which is, hey, show me a random street. And literally all he asked, or this person asked ChatGPT, was to zoom out and just keep zooming out as much as it could. And it, I was able to follow it along. Like, I saw the city, then I saw the Earth, then I saw the space, the galaxy. I'm sorry, the planets, the galaxy, the universe. And then after the universe is when things got a little wonky, right? So then we started seeing strands of like potential, what I assumed were like, is this a picture of like cells that are connected together? Then it zoomed out even more. Then it was like, wait a second, what am I truly looking at? And it started emerging into like a DNA strand, and that is just wild. That is just wild to even consider that that's what ChatGPT, generative AI, is suggesting is what truly we are from an outside, truly zoomed out perspective of our minuscule dot. Oh my god, that is definitely mind-blowing, because ChatGPT, if you truly understand the tech behind AI, it is truly machine learning with the data that it collects, and that data is stored in chunked out fashion, so that way it can leverage all that it knows. So somehow it decided, with all of its knowledge and data that it has accrued, this is how it would, or it renders a zoomed out Earth, like truly to the extent of outside of the universe. That is just wild. That is wild. I like this. I like this a lot. So guys, that is it. Are you into creepy, weird, true theories? Like literally all things TikTok. This is Facebook Reels. My wife loves Facebook Reels. This is like her go-to all the time. But yeah, still, I'm quite interested in this type of content. I enjoy it. I love reviewing it. And if you're down to continue to do this, I'll see you on the next one. You see my face, click on the thumbnail, smoke the like, be the goon. Don't even wait for the video to play. Just smoke the like on the way in. That is the true goons. That is how we know that you are part of the goon gang. All right, guys, I am out. Stay safe, stay strong, and goodbye.